Yeah, it's cool. Where do you guys go when you come to Salem? Or like, what do you guys do?
Well, bro, honestly,
We don't come to Salem.
I come to Salem a lot, bro. Straight up. I mean, you know, I'm from Woodburn, so like I grew up going to Salem, pa'l buffet, pa la comida china,
The mall.
los tacos, the mall, everything, bro. So I would just be like, hey, man, sometimes I gotta go to certain spots. You know, I gotta go to that Chinese restaurant, Salem Center, and just get that one order. You know what I mean, with the yellowest noodle. But it's like one of those things.
The one in the Lancaster Mall?
Yeah,
or
come
the
on.
one downtown?
Salem Center.
Salem
yeah,
Center downtown.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta go to. It's the same lady. She's been there since I was a jit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do love the food out here. Way I'm not gonna lie. And I get my clothes out here. You know, they got tremendous flour. They got it all over here. You know?
Dude, when I was little, do you remember in the Lancaster Mall when we were younger, they used to have that pet store inside the Lancaster Mall?
I don't remember.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Well, dude, my mom, cuando no me quería comprar comida china, she'd be like, no, es que ahí comida con
Comida de gato.
Es comida de gato.
It's like,
por eso no te voy a llevar ahora.
it's crazy.
I'm like, damn, last week you didn't care what it was made out of.
Bro, you just bring back memories. Like, my mom should have been canceled a long time ago.
For real,
like,
my mom's there.
I'm like, what if I like cat? Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, General Soul cat, who cares? Like, it is what it is,
Let
bro.
me be.
You know what I mean? You used to go there and, I mean, yeah, it was kind of sketchy because the birds would be in this little box. You know what I mean? You just be like, you're amused, you're a kid, but you don't realize, like, damn, all those, they got to stay overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had all,
crazy.
You don't
how it
remember
was.
that?
Nah, dude, ¿dónde estaba? Like,
It
where? Like,
was it where GameStop was?
Yeah.
Or was it next door to where GameStop was?
Right next door. Like, what Journeys used to be? Like, where like, in the middle of Journeys and GameStop.
Oh, yeah,
Where the
yeah,
Bibios were the
Like,
GNC.
they turned it
Yeah,
into
I
a
remember.
candy store.
Oh,
yeah, candy
you're
store.
right.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
That shit was tremendous, you know what I mean?
That's wild, dude. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Dude, these last like 3 or 4 episodes, we've been like reminiscing on what like used to be inside the Lancaster Mall. This has been an argument because we're like, eso no estaba allí.
Yeah.
But I guess everybody just has different experiences, so that you remember different things from those times, you know?
Oh man, that's such a rare moment because I was just asking somebody about this and they're like, I don't remember that. I'm like, no, you're tripping because it was there. It was a staple. You know, you'd go there knowing you weren't gonna buy a pet.
Dude, this guy would know because he's from Woodburn. One of the things that we can't settle is that at the Woodburn outlets, there used to be a koi fish pond inside the mall. It was in the very back.
Okay, it was like a garden / pond.
Yes.
And yes, there was koi.
See?
Really?
It was, where Oshkosh
I told him where Oshkosh was.
Like, that used to be koi, but, you know, fools would try to take him home and shit. But,
Damn.
you know what I mean? Hey, you know.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ain't crazy.
See, we the real OGs,
Yeah, I was
dude.
like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah. He's right.
Like, he's
Like,
tripping.
No. There used to be koi fish. Nah, there wasn't koi fish in the fountain of downtown Woodburn. But you would have thought because of how clean it was. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. That's like a...
Dude, how long... It wasn't... I feel like it wasn't even that long ago, but nobody remembers that anymore.
Nah, nobody does. That's like a hidden gem.
For real.
You know, like... If you don't have a pic of that, it's what do you call that? Mandela effect.
Yeah.
It's like... Yeah, it's like how the Bernsteins changed their name. Like, you kind of like...
Yeah, dude, I don't remember that.
You didn't look down enough. Nah, I'm kidding, but...
Nah, dude, I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, that was...
I remember the fountain in the Lancaster Mall. That's what we were talking about last time.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, no?
So, I think I'm a little privy to it, but I don't have, like... What I do remember is, like, massage chairs. There was hella massage chairs in the Lancaster one, bro. There was, like, 2 good ones where you... go a little deeper than the other ones. You know what I mean?
Nah, dude, I don't remember that.
You leave there with like an uneven tailbone. Straight up, like you were like fucking confused.
It's because we weren't big enough for those chairs back in the day, bro.
Oh shit, I must have been big as hell. Nah, but I was like, I sunk in, you know what I mean? I'd sink in and I'd be like, yo, the back when you get a good massage for like, it was like 5 minutes for $1. Now it's corrupt now.
Really? $1?
They be taxing.
Hey, but that 5 minutes, bro, you're possessed. You know what I mean? Pause, but you know, you're just like fucking, you're confused. And certain joints have been touched. You're like, fuck. But
Damn.
that's crazy. You know what I remember though? Sports Authority, bro.
Oh, Sports Authority.
In 2010, they sold the Jabulani there.
Really?
Like, if you remember, you remember. If you don't, I feel bad. But there was, they sold it. I mean, it was a bootleg Jabulani. It wasn't really, like, it wasn't creased the same as the actual one, but it was there. And I bought it for like $45.
In the Lancaster one?
Yeah.
So it's soccer ball.
Yeah.
Damn. No, I don't remember that, to be honest.
You don't remember Sports Authority?
No, I do. I do remember that. I remember when that was one of the last stores they closed down in the mall.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. That was
ago.
a sad moment, bro.
Shit.
How do y'all feel about Sears? Since y'all from here, like, did y'all like Sears?
Nah,
Dude, I bought my first fucking TV at Sears, bro.
Come on, bro.
Hell yeah. When I was 17, I used my mom's credit card. And I got a 55-inch Sony, dude.
Hey, how much at that time?
Bro, I was balling, bro. I paid $1,450 back then.
55? Damn, dude.
That TV's in my garage right now.
Yeah.
Collecting
Los
dust.
Amos.
Damn.
You gotta keep that.
Yo.
How do you pronounce your name? Dobleon?
Dobleon, yeah.
Dobleon? Okay.
Yeah. You can say however, like, some people can't pronounce it, like Leon, so they'll say Leon. But I kind of got inspired by, like, The Godfather, like, Coleon. But I just, like, it was, like, a weird feeling.
He's never watched that movie, dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Nah, I haven't.
What a disgrace, dude.
This is
I'm not gangster enough, man.
Bro.
This
interview's over.
Sets us back 6
Damn.
minutes.
Man.
Man.
Dude. You ready to get it started?
Yeah. I don't know if I can anymore,
All right,
dude.
You already got the timer rolling?
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Christ, man.
Wow.
About to go deep, man.
Make sure you look at the camera, dude. You're always looking at the ground.
I looked at the camera last time. I did good.
¿Cuál es esa?
That's for you. You could, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
all
the
right.
main one.
I got an issue. I'll look like at all three.
Yeah, you can look at all
That's
three.
cool.
That's
All
fine
right.
too. It's just that he looks down sometimes. When
I get a little nervous.
No,
sometimes.
it's okay. Yeah, I did the same thing. That's how I knew about the koi fish.
See, well, because you're always looking down.
I'm always looking down. You gotta be aware of your
See,
surroundings.
You do have to be aware of your surroundings, man.
Yeah,
You could
you-
run into a fucking fish.
Come
bro.
on, you can run into a fish or
Nah, man.
a docker. It doesn't matter.
Well, let's get this started.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. We have the man, the myth, the legend. We thought he was from Portland, but he was actually born and raised in Woodburn, man. What we're gonna learn today, we have El Señor Dobleon here in the house.
Thank
This
you,
guy's
man.
the way that I would describe him is as an artist is just the way that I would describe him. Because I mean, you go through his profile. I mean, he's all about style. He's all about art. Art as in like painting and stuff, and then obviously rapping is I believe one of like your main passions.
Yes, sir.
So we're just gonna learn about him, man. He's an interesting guy. He's got an interesting profile, and we're gonna figure out who Mr. Dobleon is today. So let's get this started.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? Thank you guys for having me. It's an honor. Big fan. I gotta say that. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely from Woodburn.
I was just gonna say, I guess I already told people where you're from,
Yeah.
but let's start there.
You got to. You got to start from the base. Some people ignore the plate and just focus on the meal. You got to focus on what's holding that fucking meal. You know what I mean?
There we go.
But yeah, from Woodburn, from La Selva, you might hear me say that if you even care to listen to the music. You might hear me reference La Selva. That's just, just a little dramatic little name I have for my city,
That was the wild, wild west back in the day, bro.
Oh, so it was told. You know what I mean? Yeah. My mom, my dad definitely told me a lot of stories, bro, about just so much situations going down, all types of flavor. But, that's what made us.
That's right.
Yeah, it was wild.
So, what was the culture like growing up in Woodburn?
Oh, bro, I mean, 1,000% Mexican. Just like, I'm just around Latin flavor. Like, you know what I mean? And it was overwhelming in a good way.
Because I feel like from people that I've talked to, I feel like in like the late 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of people from California came up to Woodburn, the Woodburn area.
Sure.
So I feel like a lot of the culture that is in Woodburn is kind of like brought up from California.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's
Would you agree
very
with
true.
that,
Yeah.
or?
I mean, we can even go in depth with this. I mean, we're talking about style. We're talking about, people come up from Cali, bringing the flavor that, you might have had tias that have been there for a while in Woodburn that another tia just moved from Cali and she just brought the flavor back that your other tia forgot about. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it really depends, like, definitely though, I would agree, like, that Cali influence, just the way it was, like, it was only right. You know what I mean? You had every summer somebody would come from Cali, or fools from Oregon would go to Cali, and Washington too. For me, it was like those three. It was like a chain, it was very like consistent,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all three would kind of align a lot of people back in the day would travel between the three states depending on seasons and stuff.
Exactly, bro.
But so what kind of music did you grow up listening to? What inspired you?
Definitely just my dad put me onto the classics, baladas, rancheras, corridos, But definitely like if we're gonna talk like genres, like regional mexicano. Like,
really?
For sure, like just in general. My mom introduced me to hip hop though, because she was young when she got here. So, she was basically in high school in the 90s. So she showed me, all types of R&B and like hip hop, flavor.
Go ahead. What kind of rappers was mom listening to back in the day?
Oh man. I mean, if you remember the Chicano wave, man, it was heavy, bro. But my mom definitely showed me so we could go crazy and say my mom showed me Jodeci at a age she probably shouldn't have. Sad to say, but R. Kelly, just real R&B. She put me on to, Biggie and 50 Cent. Just she had a lot. Ashanti. I could go off. I could go give you a big list, but it's just Aaliyah. But yeah, the thing I liked about my mom though is she had your mom has that playlist when she's cleaning the house. It turns into all types of stuff. But when my mom would clean, it was like cumbias, a couple of corridos, a couple of this, a couple of that, and then you'd hear an Aaliyah song, or you'd hear you'd hear a crazy Fat Joe song, or you know what I mean? It's one of those things, man.
What do you consider your music, like Chicano rap or just rap?
Oh, no, just rap.
Just rap?
Yeah, just rap. Yeah, bro, definitely just rap, because I don't feel like because Chicano, I mean, not to throw y'all off, but how do y'all feel about just that subgenre of Chicano rap? Honestly,
what do you mean? How do we
do y'all when you hear someone that you could safely say oh yeah, they're in that category, do you still take the time to count them as rap, or do you just say nah, they're in this box? How do y'all feel? You know what I mean? Do you feel like those artists are able to blend in with
the hip hop artists now?
Yeah,
I think you're right. I mean, I think people do point it out, Chicano rap, and then se
yeah,
quedan
right.
allí.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
So me, I feel like I'm not I love that pocket of rap, safe to say, but it's one of those things, bro, where I get me, I don't hold it down as much as the Chicano homies. I'm more I didn't have Chicano culture. And growing up, it was very if you didn't talk Spanish, you're a pocho. You got made fun of for not knowing Spanish. You had to kind of grasp with whatever your family showed you. You know what I mean? So when I would listen to Chicano rap, that was when fools would say oh, my mom didn't let me listen to Eminem. Because you were and my mom would be that's gangster music. La música de cholo.
Yeah.
And I like Acquid.
Yeah.
The first rap album was Acquid, for me.
Really?
Acquid.
I didn't know who Acquid was until these guys showed me Acquid.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Come on.
No, he didn't know who he was.
No, I didn't know.
Might be worse than the koi fish.
I started listening to, who was that guy that I showed you? There was a couple guys that
I know you showed me someone, but I didn't remember.
Let me hear him, even if it's just one.
But this guy sounds like Acquid. I'm like, who the fuck is Acquid?
I love Acquid.
I think he was a newer person, no? Newer
Yeah.
artist, or wait,
was he a bald guy too?
No, this guy was a Tijuana.
He's pretty big.
I don't know. I don't even know who he is.
That's crazy, man. Acquid.
Acquid's OG, dude.
Come
back
on,
in the
OG,
day.
bro.
Back in the day.
You know what's crazy is my dad. He was always fuck rap, but he heard of Acquid, and he's hey, this is in Spanish, fool. Listen to this. So that was what I was listening to, and it was hard. I go back to that now. I'm damn, this is beats, everything, next level too with instrument use.
They're not around no more, ¿verdad?
Bro, they just dropped an album last year. It was good.
Oh, yeah?
It was good, but they tried to do an all-English album. It's come on, dog. You know what I mean? What's the last song that you, remember of Acquid?
Oh, dude, I don't remember, dude. Probably the most hype one they had.
Oh,
probably the...
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Todo lo que es, you know?
Yeah, I think
come on.
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Me, I like it has
Oh,
this.
here we go.
Hey, put me on. Oh, yeah. This is...
Grupo 360.
Yeah, this is hard.
Who is it?
Grupo 360.
Yeah.
Are they big or no?
Oh, they're big.
Oh, yeah?
But they're big. Okay, so this is crazy. We're talking about this. I'm interested to know why that reminded you of Aquid. Is it that use of the accordion?
Yeah.
Okay, because like I agree, but lyrically, those fools are like that's corridos tumbados.
Yes.
Rap.
Yes.
That's that. Like
So Aquid was on like
Aquid was next level.
Yeah, it
was
a
kind of like
wave, dude.
They're for sure they paved the way.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it kind of
Yeah, no, for sure.
They were ahead of their
got that.
time.
Yeah, and like that's crazy because that like to see how much the times changed. Back when those fools were recording and in that situation where they were big, I mean, bro, they had to translate their lyrics. Like they were like us, fool. Like they knew English, but they blew up so much in Mexico, and they were so respected and still so respected. And it's fools like that grow off that sound. It's just crazy.
yeah, it's a similar sound for sure.
And like even then, I wouldn't even consider Aquid like Chicano rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, crazy, but
Yeah.
I would kind of consider that like that. Like
Yeah, because I don't
fucking-
consider them Chicano rap.
Yeah,
but
no, like I would
even
consider
know where to
like
put 'em.
like rap Mexicano, or you know what I mean? Like it's a rabbit hole
That's
we
true.
can go down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
But-
true.
Yeah,
That's true. No, but he was hating on my music, bro. I was like, this guy.
Yeah,
man.
I was hating, dude, because I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You gotta see it for what it is.
Yeah, maybe I gotta see it. Yeah.
What you forgot to do is just step back and look at the picture.
you
know what
forgot
I
to
mean?
look down.
I mean,
Yeah.
I listen to all types of music. The only, I think, genre that I don't listen to is country. Eso sí,
Yeah, me neither, güey,
Eso sí, lo
honestly.
que, honestly, dude, everything else, dude, I could listen, lo que sea.
I can listen to everything, bro.
Anything.
But yeah, you put country weight.
Yeah,
Man,
dude.
let 'em away.
This
Damn,
guy's
I
all about
listen to
country.
My mom loves country.
Dude, that's two
same.
now, dude.
See, mom's knows, man. Mom's knows.
Aquid, then country. Damn. fool.
What's next? Jesus Christ,
Man,
Okay.
you know who for a really long time he was my favorite rapper, and your kind of style reminds me of him. And you may not even know him because he was more of an underground rapper, Dizzy Wright.
Come on, bro, Dizzy Wright. Yeah,
You, dude,
I appreciate that.
the way that your like videos and just the way your
Yeah.
style is, it reminds me a lot of him.
I
Dude.
appreciate
I
that,
grew
bro.
up on that guy. I was like the hardest rapper.
that's
for me,
what's
man.
up. You know Dizzy Wright.
I
man.
know. That's
Yo.
two.
Yo, man.
Can you zoom in on my reaction?
Man.
I don't know,
Zoom
but
in, yeah.
we're gonna have to clip that.
Looking
Just-
for a new co-host.
I will gladly apply.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what's crazy is like, oh man, that's just. Yeah, I could really go on with
Who
that.
is that,
It's-
dude?
Dude, I have
show
a
him
lot
a
of
little
no.
bit.
I
Show-
watch,
show
just so
who
he
he
knows
is.
he knows
Yeah.
I'm not lying. I'm gonna show him the albums I have on my phone because
Okay.
I really fucked with fuck with him.
Dizzy Wright definitely was a pioneer in this like you know Logic, right?
I think so. Is he more the modern guy?
Yeah, he's like this is
yeah.
I'm talking past modern. This dude was like
Yeah, kind of like the yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what, that was the first album that I bought on Apple Music.
from Dizzy. Mm-hmm. Was it the Golden Age?
No, it was hold on.
The thing about it, dude, is that I don't like see back in the day. If I'm not like really into music, but back in the day when I was young,
The first agreement.
Yeah, the First Agreement. Oh, those are classics.
Yeah.
you would know the
Kill 'Em with Kindness.
you would know the artist and you would download it LimeWire or lo que sea.
Right.
But dude, after a certain age, for me, I didn't
Yeah,
care who
you
the
just-
artist was. I just listened to it in the radio, lo que sea, and that's it. That's all I do. I don't figure out who the artist is.
Right.
But I've heard of Logic. I don't know. I'm sure if I hear his songs,
I mean,
I'll know who he is.
Logic is one of those people where, like, respectfully, like, if you know about him, you have the right to know about him. But if you don't know about him, you will live perfectly fine. It's not in a disrespect, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's just one of those things, like, I don't blame you. But, like Dizzy Wright was one of those fools that, like, you know, Wiz Khalifa, you know, like when Wiz Khalifa was underground, this fool was underground. Like, it was a pocket of rap that really was like, it's crazy to say, but in my era, I'm talking like 2011 through like 2013, that was the last golden age.
I agree. 100%.
Even with, you know,
Dom Kennedy.
come on,
Nipsey,
Joey.
There was another one too. Who the fuck was it? Dude, I agree. It was a pocket of those that I grew up listening to during that time frame. I think probably like the last one, and then that kind of was like the end of that era was probably YG.
Yeah, me, like exactly, YG, Schoolboy Q. You know, I mean, let's talk about Kendrick. Like, you know, that's one of the biggest faces, and that dude was at his peak, in my opinion. Like that was like when Kendrick was damn near like most Def in this game. Like he was really solidifying himself. But like with Dizzy Wright, like he was definitely underground. I mean, he's one of those fools that now like he still sells out on tours because he's got that little fan base. It's not big, but they support him all the way. You know what I mean? It's
Tyler the Creator.
Come on, Tyler. I mean, the Odd Future as a general, in general, fucking Tyler the Creator, ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Rocky.
Come on, bro.
What do you think is the difference between, let's say, 2013 to like now, those mainstream artists? Like, is it just like their flow, their beats, question. Or is it like, you know how they call them mumble rappers?
Right, yeah.
Or is it just a lot of fake? You think they're just trying to hype things up when they didn't even live through it, or what is it? It has to be something.
I think it's a bunch of those combined, bro. I'm gonna be honest, like, mumble rap is an era of its own. That era we're talking about, people call it like the last golden era because of the fact that a lot of what you consider major artists are like, they came from that era. Mm-hmm. They're superstars now. Like we said, Rocky, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, Freddie Gibbs. We can go on, but the mumble rap era was like, it was kind of like that one era that threw off rap as a whole, because you have your hardcore rap fan, and then you have the southern rap where like that kind of stems on like club music and like bangers, just mm-hmm. fucking bangers, and you also have like the old souls where they come from like Wu and Grandmaster Flash, like 80s, they come from like the real hip hop, mm-hmm. the origins. But mumble rap made that shit look, safe to say, whack mm-hmm. to the new kids, kids my age. There's kids mm-hmm. my age that grew up saying like, Nas is whack. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. To say Wu-Tang is whack, there's a special place in hell for somebody like that. But it's one of those things where it's like, so back to your question, right? What changed? What changed was people's consumption. Mm-hmm. To be like, okay, Kendrick dropped an album in 2015 and everybody loved it, but Kendrick didn't drop fucking 6 years later. Mm-hmm. Whereas Lil Yachty dropped, Lil Pump dropped, all these littles dropped.
You think it was a combination with SoundCloud too? Like,
yeah.
Like, how there was an era with like
SoundCloud rap.
Yeah.
Little
Trippie Redd.
Come on, yeah.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, that fucked the game up. That messed the game. Yeah. That messed the industry up, because that was when people. There's a little fun fact, mm-hmm. right? From the fucking late 70s to damn near like early 2000s is when the industry was already accepting like, we're gonna go digital, mm-hmm. and that's gonna mess us up. So what happens is, these new, like those SoundCloud rappers got signed to all those labels, but they couldn't make music. They couldn't make money off the music because it's all digitized. Mm-hmm. It's fucking on SoundCloud. It's free. And everybody was on there for free. Everybody was on YouTube. And then you go and you're like, oh shit, how do I capitalize off this cat? Okay, well, you sign him. Oh, he's got a viral song. Okay, we're going to take him on tour. I'm going to make money off his tour. I'm going to make money off his merchandise. And so that's how the industry recouped the money. Back then, mm-hmm. You'd see 50 Cent drop an album. Remember when 50 Cent and Kanye went against
mm-hmm.
each other? Mm-hmm. That was real album sales. That was probably the last of the album sales. People were going out to buy the CD. Now, mm-hmm. that's rare. That's, that's an aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what changed, bro, is like the seriousness and it's coming back for sure. But there was a point where like it was getting lost. People didn't know how to react with the, being digitized and SoundCloud.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a transition, though. Like we're probably gonna see it 20 years later, and it's gonna be that era, and it's gonna be like, kind of
like that. Like we can talk about corridos, bro. Ask an old head how they feel. Oh, puras mamadas, and then you're like, oh, excuse my language. That's what my dad, pura música de menso, and you're like, okay, yeah, but that's the face, like. None of them,
I think that's the face, but I think it just goes back to, it's just generations.
Exactly.
You're gonna like what you like, and then once in a while you're gonna like, okay, well, this guy's doing it well, because corridos that our parents grew up in, let's say in the 90s or 90s or maybe 80s.
Yeah, 80s, 90s.
Las baladas, which are corridos, were like 70s and 60s. Mm-hmm. They don't compare to the 90s. They're so different. Yeah. And people that grew up in that era, like our grandparents or bisabuelos, maybe, they're like, esos no son corridos de los 90s, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we don't know that because we didn't live in that época.
Yeah, exactly.
So then every época is like that.
Exactly.
That's just what it is, dude.
It is what it is, but then you gotta think about it like this, right? Like, for us, it is what it is. But a lot of like our family, our parents, they're conservative way when it comes to music because they don't want that shit to go. They want that to always be the hot topic, which you're right. In the 90s, fools thought Chalino was fire, but fools in the 80s were like, I said, wait, like his voice sucks and this and that. But he's what, like how we feel about Peso Pluma, like sadly, but that's what it is. Like whether people want to agree with it or not, people say Peso Pluma doesn't have a voice, it's just raspy. Well, if you look at Chalino's voice, I mean, yeah, he did the whole falsetto, but his voice wasn't the best voice, you know? Mm-hmm. But he had style. It's like Lil Yachty, you can't really say he's the best rapper, but he has bangers because he found a way to be in the... It's just like, you're right, it doesn't change. Mm-hmm. But for you know, people like to preserve culture, it fucks them up because they're not used to change. They don't want change.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you know? Yeah, and I think that goes everywhere though, not just in music. You know? I think it's everywhere. Yeah, everything, exactly. everything, whether it's sports, lo que sea, art forms. You know, like it goes back to graffiti. No one liked graffiti back in the day. Come on, bro. You know, so then, I mean, I'm a graffiti artist. Or it used to be. Pero like people didn't like that. Art teachers don't like that.
No, they don't like that.
They hate that. Even though your art is really nice, it doesn't have to be just lettering. Yeah. It's still graffiti if it's a mural, like something that's, you know, our culture. No les gusta. That's not considered art. But what about the millennials now? What if their teachers and their art teachers, they could like it and they could say, hey, no, that's fine. Yeah. So it just changes, dude.
So yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right because I paint and I mean, I came from try and do graffiti, you know what I mean? Because you have those cousins that do that little S on the paper, and then you're like, I want to do it too, and then you find out, oh, there's walls of this, and then, but when I was in high school and middle school, like I took art classes anywhere I could, but in high school I took like college course art classes, and that's when I realized like, oh yeah, like definitely if my teacher wasn't a boomer, if she was a boomer, she would have been like, graffiti it's not art. You know what I mean? And then you're like, well, it is art. And then and that's where you could really put the youth on, or you could hit them with what our family would do and be like,
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, I remember that.
And then all it takes is that one OG to be like, nah, that's fire. That little cosign, that's the change right there. You know what I mean?
It is, dude. Yeah. But well, I think I don't know if it's accepted now in schools, but
a little bit like
more like mural, more
like
before
I left high school. Yeah, like they were doing like, oh, graffiti is cool in a mural. And it's like, what if I want it on a trash can? Like,
what if I want it on a different mural?
Yeah, like what if I wanted it on an SUV? Like, it just really depends on what you want. Like,
it's just I don't know. I love it, man. It's urban. I'm all about urban,
shit, man. I love hip hop, and graffiti is one of the elements.
Yeah, that's what it is, dude.
You know what I mean?
Breakdance too. You breakdance, bro?
Hell no.
You never did?
Never did.
Oh man, I went through every dance. Like, I used to do breakdance. I used to like do breakdance over like Daddy Yankee and We See the Fire. Like I was in a
crew.
Nah, I wish. I was in a talent show in high school or in middle school. I did rompe, like bro, crazy. I was in a big Echo tee, jorts, them good jorts too, with the stitch Echo, and I mean.
Dude, our boy Joey, he's nasty with the breakdancing.
Oh, I bet.
And he sets up like meets and stuff, and he shows kids how to breakdance.
That's an art form that should always be respected, bro.
No, he gets down.
He gets down. We had him on our podcast probably a year ago. He has a card shop, some cosmic card shop.
Yeah, I saw your interview with him.
Yeah,
fire.
He knows how to
see like that stuff should always be kept alive, bro. You know,
he's showing his kid, his son. His son gets down too.
And the DJ too, no, Esteval.
Yeah.
What's his DJ name? DJ Woods. DJ Woods. He does breakdance too.
Fire,
I guess he's pretty well known in the community for breakdancing.
See that's fire, bro. Like that's clean. It's hip hop. That's hip hop. That is.
Bro. That's the original hip hop.
Come on, bro. I mean, if we're talking about breakdance, like fuck, man, your style, bro. Like their style. That's how rappers dress. Like. That whole idea with throwing the cardboard on the floor, that's why I'm saying like that should always be preserved because like that's where any dance that you think that's like urban, that's where it came from. You know, whether fools like it or not. Like back in the day, fools used to jerk. Fools used to shuffle. Fools used to rock blowouts. Like, okay, well, when people were doing breakdancing, they had afros. They had crazy. They looked like Don Omar. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you just can't talk about. You can't have a history of hip hop without all of that.
That's the thing. That's why they call it the elements of hip hop.
It's like you have to. I mean, you got to go back and see how everything started. So
and that's how I feel like. Honestly, getting back to that whole shit, like what changed is people don't want to study what they do. You know what I mean? Like it sounds wrong, but like me, I always like went back and studied. Like if I liked painting, right? When I started liking painting for real, like I found artists that I like was, you know, I really appreciated, and I went back and looked at how they came up. I started rapping. I was listening to like, you know, Grandmaster Flash, you know, just all types of like shit that came out before my mom. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're diverse in everything. No nada más es algo.
You know, you got to go back.
Yeah, you got to go back because you just relate it with anything. I mean, what I really like about your stuff, dude, is how you mix like the como like lo mexicano, like classic
right,
beat, classic,
right.
You know, like the starting, and then you hit it. Dude, I always tell this guy, dude, I love it, dude. Like,
thank you, bro.
Which was like he said, vamos a
platicar. Hey, dude, come on, bro.
Dude, I was like, fuck, dude.
You know?
I like that shit, dude. It's just.
Thank you, bro.
It's
that's where my Aquid influence is from.
It's an art form.
Right. It is.
And as an artist, I see all that. And another thing too is who does your videos, do your edits? You like your Instagram and like your videos.
So on my Instagram, that's me.
Okay.
I do the editing. But the people that shoot, I have a couple homies. I got a homie named JMSL. He also goes by Love to Love. And I got another homie named Stash. But what I always tag is his company Level XL. Mm-hmm. And those two, like, they're my homies from Woodburn. So like, definitely like my homie Stash. He's probably like responsible for like 85% of my, you know, like my full visuals and like my content on Instagram. Like, all that stuff.
That's clean, dude. That's clean. This is like, it gives it like a.
Shout out to Stash.
Yeah, shout out to Stash.
Yeah, shout out to my
homie. Dude, it's like when I look at him, I'm like, dude, this is clean. It's like it's very simple but very effective and creative. There's a creative mind behind it.
Right,
there's a purpose. There's a vision. There's a vision.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just a video.
Yeah.
And I mean, as an artist, I see it. I'm like, dude, this is pretty. Like, this is clean. It's simple. I think there's one where like you're in a van or something.
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
It's got the 3 layers.
Yeah. So my homie Eric Boderick, like he's in Portland. And he has a homie named Gaspar from Guatemala. And so, like, that fool was dope, you know? And he's the one that he was responsible for. They have a series where they shoot in that bus. Pause. But a tremendous podcast. Salem.
There you go.
But it's one of those things where, like, he was just so clean with it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I love that video. Yeah.
Dude, no, but I think every video that I see, there's always something. There's a creative background to this. Whoever's doing it's there. Like, I feel like if you're working with them, there's a good communication. There's a good sync between you guys.
That's how it is, bro. When we shoot, that's exactly how it is. It's one of those things where, like, you guys like jazz? I like improv a lot. And I think, like, nobody does it better than a jazz artist. You know what I mean? And, like, when we shoot, my homie Stash is the one that he has, like, he draws on, like, any little paper. He'll draw, like 6 different scenes in his head in town or wherever. And then we will do those, but like while we're shooting, it's no telling how we shoot it. It's just as long as we're in that location, he's just like, do you? You know what I mean? We don't try to think twice about it because I think that's what makes it like flyer. You know what I mean? Where it's just like that one take or that avant-garde feel. You know what I mean? It's just like almost like a freestyle when you shoot. You know?
I think that's what I like. I think that's my style. What I like the most.
Thank you, bro.
Because you know, when we record sometimes too, or we're doing like something, I like
right.
Here, dude, just here now, edit it. Doesn't matter because when we think about it, we notice that when we like think about it a little bit more, like say this or this, right. Now it starts to get to our heads. Now it starts to do this, and it's like
you overthink it, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
and you know you can apply it to fucking rhyming.
Yeah.
You're in the studio or you're with the homie, you're trying to write a song, bro. It could go many ways, and for me, like, I used to overthink my shit. Now I'm like, bro, I ain't even gonna overthink it. Like,
yeah.
You know. Yeah. There's more canvas. You know what I mean?
Would you say that we live in a good area for an artist to come up in?
Nah. Like, if you're talking like Salem and Woodburn, almost. But nah, definitely not. Like you gotta get real lucky. But there's a lot of influence where we're from. There's a lot of flavor that isn't being like, it's not being added as much as I want to see it in the music, and just as in like in general with art. Like I think if we had, you know, like if we had a little scene like up north, you know, like Portland, we'd be bubbling because there's a lot of talent, bro. There's a whole lot of talent, and I think as far as like path to become someone in this art shit, nah, we're not too good on that path. But it's like the best artists come from that shit. You know what I mean? Because there's more shit on your back. There's more weight. You know, you gotta prove yourself a little bit more than the rest. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah.
But wouldn't you say Oregon as a whole is not? It's harder to be an artist,
definitely,
right?
Bro, definitely. But I think, yeah, I
mean,
think
it's doable. But
yeah,
I mean,
it's doable. Yeah, exactly, it's doable. But yeah, Oregon is definitely like, what fucks us up is like low key. Like we've never had a sound. Like we've never had a sound, and I think we will never have a sound because we have like all types of flavor. Like we were just talking about people coming up from Cali. You know, you got people coming from the East Coast. You got people coming from, I mean, we're PNW. You know, it's ain't no telling where that flavor comes from. So Oregon, like, it gets kind of like intertwined with all that. So you can't have like, whereas like, you know, Atlanta, you know that sound from Atlanta. You know the Texas sound. You know the New York sound. You know the Jersey sound. But if you say Oregon, it's
something I've always mentioned to him. I'm like, no tienen identidad, ¿cómo se llama? Identity?
Yeah.
Like it's just why is we're Oregon and Washington are very new for at least for Hispanics, right? Or just in general population, even for anybody Americans. It's there's only 4 million in each state or 6 million or something like that.
Sure,
That's very small. But I do feel like LA and all those areas just have Atlanta. They have history and generations of their own culture. So when people migrate to Oregon or Washington,
they almost lose it a little bit.
They lose it, or they bring that same kind of like culture over here. But there is nothing that separates us. We're always just like, oh, well, they're doing it, we're gonna do it. You know, like there's no true culture.
No, that's a fact, bro. I mean, if we're gonna go back to like the sound in Portland in the '80s, like as far as hip hop, our style, like we were neighbors with the Bay. Like that's why E40 was over here a lot. That's why like a lot of those type of rappers were over here because they felt like it was low key like the Bay a little bit. That's like there's a lot of legends from Portland like Cool Nuts. I don't know if y'all heard of him, but he's an OG from Portland, bro, and he has that sound where you would have thought like this dude was from the Bay because he's got that flavor. Whereas like, you know, I'm only bringing up Portland because like there's a fucking plethora of genres. You know, you got that type of sound, and then in the same era, you're getting people like Versatile, and he's another rapper that was in a group that became like pretty known in the Pacific Northwest, but they had that like Jay Dilla type of sound. You know who Jay Dilla is? Like Erykah Badu.
No, too?
No, I don't even lie.
This is the rap. No, like y'all know like Cameron.
I was gonna really say yes just to make you look bad, but I was like, nah, I'm not.
Yeah, like it just rappity rap, like what they call backpack rap, right? Like the old Kanye type shit. Like that's what fucking crazy. But this is like just the type of like timeless shit that Versatile was making. Cool Nuts was making that timeless Bay Area sound. But you never saw no like Latin fool out there. You never saw like, you know, you just never saw like stuff like that. And when you did, it was like a homie from the town that could spit or like, you know.
And then I do feel like Oregon is a small market. Even for sports, and I'm sure everybody goes to LA or Atlanta for that.
Yeah,
they want to get exposure. They get the connects they get. But my point is there any like a big artist in Oregon and Portland?
Yeah, bro. I mean, like
maybe like couple like
if we're gonna go as like if we're gonna throw mainstream names, yeah, like we could talk about like Amine. You know Amine?
You?
I gotta play.
Is that hip hop? Is that
yeah, it's like hip hop, but he went pop and
he went pop.
Politics. But y'all heard this song for sure, like in the radio. I mean, fucking Payola was.
Is he the one that considers?
Oh yeah, I've heard this song for sure.
What's his name?
Amine.
He's from Portland.
Yeah, he's from Portland.
But he doesn't represent Portland, or does he? Does he like kind of like?
He does, but he's one of those people that like you would have never thought, bro, was from Portland, low key. You would have thought he's from. People thought he was from Seattle. People thought he was from Cali, and you know, rightfully so. But like I said, where he had that flavor, where you would have thought like he was with Odd Future. You know what I mean? So that's just that. You know, that's just what it is. But yeah, I'll take one. Hell yeah.
Toss it, John.
Hey, inclines.
Sheesh, dude, I'm gonna open it.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Y'all
you, bro.
saw that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, salud. Yeah, salud, man. El podcast, you know what I mean?
There we go.
This legendary situation right here.
Salud.
But yeah,
Seattle, I don't know if you know, but Seattle's known for like for their music. Like it's a music
yeah, they're very
rock, like kind of like they're a staple for that, dude, because what's the artist? Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana.
Y muchos salen de ahí.
Like
Muchos.
Yeah,
muchos salen de ahí, dude. I was like, damn.
And like, let's go back to that Portland question, right? Like, if I think there's anybody like big, so like Amine, he's probably like the most like you could say not too new, but new enough to be like, yeah, he's probably the most famous out of Portland. But bro, like, there's a pocket of rap in Portland that they work with the industry. Like, I got a homie named Milk that he just signed to Good Talk, which is, you guys know who Johnny Shipes is? Johnny Shipes is the same dude that signed Nipsey, that signed Joey Badass, that signed like a lot of fucking rappers, you know? And my homie's doing his thing, and he got noticed from just grinding it out in Portland. And so like, to me, that's inspiring being around shit like that, because like, I used to be like, oh, who's the biggest? And like, oh, I'm gonna make it. But real shit, there's levels to that, because like in Portland, you got artists that like 16-year-old me would be like, that fool made it. But you wouldn't even know who he is, because he's not that famous. But he gets paid off his music. He does shows. So like, you could really like, yeah, Oregon is not like a musically known. Actually, it is, but with like jazz and shit. But it's not like rap. It's not hip hop. It's not known like that. But if you look in depth, there's a culture in Portland and like Seattle. That gap right there, they like it. There's an industry there for sure. Let's just say that. Like, there's money being invested. There's eyes on the prize.
It's just not mainstream.
There's also that Mexican group that just got signed too with that big I
got a homie that I went to school with.
That's huge. That's huge, man.
You know what I mean? Like it's shit like that where you're like that. Like, that was one of those things where I saw that homie. He's a tubero for that. Yeah? And that fool, I used to have math class with him. I used to fucking like want to low key hit his vape and shit, but I never asked, you know, because he was like he was the younger homie, so I was like, that's kind of weird if I asked.
Yeah.
Pause. But it's like one of those things, bro, where like I see him now on a Rancho Humilde page. I'm like, shit, man, like it's right there. You just gotta. It's all about who you know. It's all about what you do and who you know, because like those homies got good music. Those homies got substance, and then you see that shit pay off. You know, like Amine definitely had substance. You know, like there's a lot of fools that I've seen now, like in Portland, become not the most famous, but like if we're talking like in that scene, in that pocket of rap, like yeah, bro, like
they're known.
They're known, and they're homies that work with, like they got music with big artists, you know, that you wouldn't even know. Like they're just regular cats that fucking paint. They just fucking rap and live their life. They go to dive bars and shit like that, you know? And you would never know that they're signed to a label or they live in New York. And it's just, it's interesting because we don't see that here. Like, especially if you're from like, you know, like Woodburn, Salem, like the way I feel that like you have a lot of people, it's like a stigma way, like this like Hispanic thing where it's like, that's crazy. Like, oh, you want to try to be an artist? Nah, you're crazy. Like, we didn't sacrifice for you to be like that. We didn't, you know what I mean? Even though you're trying to get your plan B straight, but this is what you want to do in real life. But, you know, you gotta thug it out. You gotta play a part. That's why, like me, like, you know, people say like they when they ask me, "Oh, you're from Salem or you're from this," or they always think I'm from Portland or Salem. I'm like, "Nah, I'm from Woodburn," but I'm like safely, like I'm Portland based because like that's where people buy my music. That's where like I get my shows. That's where, you know, I've met like real good, real known people, and it's like that's where I definitely like my life has changed for the better, you know, stylistically, everything. But then you come back here and it's like eating humble pie, bro.
Shit, dude.
But it's a good balance. You gotta have that balance, you know? It's like when fucking Rocky punches meat. Pause. But it's like when he's punching the beef ribs and then he goes to fight, you know, a crazy fighter and he becomes a champion. It's like one of those things, you know? Sometimes you gotta run up those stairs. You know?
We were just talking about that last week when we had What's Happening Salem. And I mean, I'm not sure if you follow him, but he does media out of Salem, and
I've seen
this guy's blown up in the last year.
Yeah, definitely.
But people just look at what he's done in the last year, and they're like, "Fuck, this guy's fucking over 30K followers. He's pretty. I mean, he's got like the community's like involved in his like post.
Yeah,
and he's like, nah, man. He's like, I've been in media since MySpace. He's like, but this is just what worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you don't know.
You don't know
what people have had to go through
to get to this point.
Exactly, like you made this last year look easy, but you don't know what the last 10 years look like.
You didn't know what I went through. Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same thing with artists here too. I'm sure it's
true, bro.
Yeah. Fun fact: he I don't know What's Happening in Salem used to be a inspiring rapper. No,
he was a rapper too. Yeah,
Fire.
Yeah, we didn't know that. I was like,
MySpace
damn.
days, yo.
It was it was like before, no, como in those 90s or 80s.
But come on, bro, he's not that old.
Oh no, MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Hey man,
yeah,
MySpace. You ask a youngin about MySpace, they'll be like, that shit was in BC. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, yeah, like
dinosaur time.
Yeah, they'll be like before Nam or after, and you're like, what the? You know, it gets political, and you're like, we'll cancel that shit. But yeah, it's like one of those things, bro, where you're just like, I don't know, man. It's a culture shock. Let's just say, you know, it's a culture shock. You know, you're here, you're around raza that somos chambeadores, pues like we fucking work way. We don't. Like, entertainment is for on your day off and you go to whatever and, like, the only time they'll probably respect you is if you say, like, I'm a músico or, you know, I play guitarra or whatever the fuck. Then they'll be like, oh, okay. There's a future. Not knowing.
Yeah.
You know, you can play all the privadas you want. You can play at all the bautizos, but
exactly.
You got an album out? You know, do you, like, I don't know, man. Like, that's why, like, that's a good question that you asked me. Like, who do you think is, like, big right now in Portland? Like, definitely, like, there's like now there is like eyes on the industry. Like, the industry has eyes on Portland, and we're from Oregon, so fuck it. If we gotta say some shows, hey, we're from Portland.
Yeah, that's right.
What side? The other side. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter. You know,
the good side,
the brown side. But yeah, it's just like it's interesting, bro. You know, and that's why I like to move up north. Like,
you know. More opportunity, more people, bigger city.
You know?
So, from what I've seen, a lot of people can be artists, and a lot of people can be into like the same kind of art forms, but every artist is different. Sure. So, one of my questions that I have for you is there something that people don't often see or understand of the way that you like process things or process your artwork?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I think I go past people's brains sometimes, like when I try to execute like my references. Like, you know, I'll probably reference, you know, like a random taqueria or some store in Woodburn that like
the koi fish pond in Woodburn.
You know what I mean? I'll say like, oh, I'm looking down at kois, and they'll never get it. But somebody in Woodburn's gonna be like, hey, fool, I think I saw kois at the same spot, and you're like, oh shit. And it just takes that one person and like for you to finally feel like, oh shit, like there's someone out there that gets it. But like that's a big thing where it's like, as an artist, you kind of struggle with like everything that you think is fire. You want that shit to be consumed first. You want that shit to be understood. But 90% of the time, it's like the people gravitate to what you didn't really care about. And then you just got to accept that. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know?
So you try to throw in those little
I try to throw in references. I think my references, I try to go over people's heads. And that's, you know, so it's always a reward when they understand. But I think like art-wise too, you know, there's like people my age, they're not really like trying to, like majority that I know, they're not really trying to go for this pocket of rap. They don't really want to, they don't know how to feel about it, or maybe they just don't care about it. But right now, we're going through this thing called Renaissance rap, where you're getting influence of basically the beginning of rap, hip hop, mixed with the new shit as far as references and flows and, you know, etc. And you're blending like the old with the new. You know what I mean? And we can honestly say that with every genre, everybody mixes the old with the new. But this is one of those things where, like, you were asking me earlier, like, oh, is it beats? What's different? Is it what's different? It's that beat selection. Like, with programs changing, with everything, with people being able to make a fucking beat on a can of beer to, like, a studio that's, like, $6,000, like, you can really, like, convey your message however you want. It just depends, bro, who's going to bite that hook. You know what I mean? It's a fucking rabbit hole.
Sometimes it just requires someone to... You don't have to, like, I guess not everybody has to like it, as long as one person likes it and that person is the guy that's going to connect with you. Like, no sé si me explico, like...
bro, for sure.
Like, I mean, it's the right person to like it, you know? If you're trying to, like, get mainstream, bro. All you do... you just have to work on your craft. I personally think what you do is great.
Thank you, bro.
I see it as an art form, and I see the artist's background. I see the little details. Thank you, bro. Right? So when I see it, I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing.
For sure.
So I like it. I enjoy it. But for the naked eye, or for just like a average Joe, it could be a little bit harder.
Exactly.
Right? And I think that's what you're referring to. That it's like a little bit harder, but hey, all it takes is the right person. That's it. It's a big producer that's like just wakes up one day. It's like, oh shit, who the fuck is this? So,
and I think like with that, you know, with that question is like, I could be a artist that wants to gravitate to the main eye. You know what I mean? To the majority, but you know, like I said, there's pockets of rap, and you could really capitalize off the pocket that really like that gravitates towards you, and that you gravitate towards them. Like, you could capitalize off that. You know what I mean? Like me, I mean, I could tell you the truth, bro. Like I went through all types of genres rapping. Like I was doing trap when I was in high school. You know, I was trying to get Gunna on the feature when I was like 16.
Yeah.
Obviously not, but like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna blow up on SoundCloud. I'm gonna sign this 360 deal and fucking make a song with Trippy. But that's not the case. You know, you grow up and you start like for real getting influenced and changing up and maturing. And then you realize like, oh shit, like maybe I didn't want to blow up, like, or get everybody's attention. Cause like me, like when I was making that type of music, I was like, I'm trying to make a banger that people can play at fucking what's now Side Hustle. I'm trying to make a banger that you can play anywhere and, you know, you're feeling it. And that's not for everybody. And for me, it wasn't that. Like for me, it was like, I fell in love with classic shit. You know, I fell in love with, to be honest, like, there's this thing that rappers say, like, say when like real rappers, they always say like, oh, we don't listen to rap, we listen to R&B, we listen to soul more than rap on my off days. Like I don't listen to rap, I don't get inspired by rap. Me, I got inspired by rap, but I got inspired by Mexican music, like regional inspired me, bro. Like Acquid, like, you know. And then when you like, if you're someone like me that links up with somebody in Portland that doesn't know about that, you start understanding like, bro, I can really shift shit with the right eye. Someone's gonna understand this vision, or someone's gonna consume this correctly. You know, people like birria. That's great. What if I put it in a fucking banh mi? You're gonna go crazy because you've never seen that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's not to throw y'all off.
No. It's just, I get it. It's like you just got to be consistent and believe in your craft.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It looks like you believe in your craft.
Yeah, I do, bro.
100%. I mean, I'm sure some days you think about it and you're like, fuck, you know, what if I want to be mainstream and cater to the people?
Of course, yeah.
At the end of the day, that's not you. That's not your art.
You know,
it's
a battle, bro.
Yeah.
It's a mental battle where you're like, you see, like somebody. I mean, I once performed here in Salem, and I got a taste of like, oh shit, like I don't belong in this pocket of rap. You know what I mean? Like it was a pocket of rap where it was just like heavy hitting, like rap, like trap inspired, you know. And me, like I pulled up rapping over fucking terrícolas. Like I was rapping over fucking accordions and shit, and people were looking at me like, this fool's weird. So I was like, oh shit, like I do gotta understand, like I'm down south, but the same shit I play up north, people buy the CD or people, buy the Bandcamp. And so, yeah, man, like that whole shit of like people, like me wanting people to accept my shit is like, that shit's out the window, bro. I'd rather make music that like, if I'm in the crib or if my lady's playing a song of mine, I cringe a little because it's, you got to cringe at yourself a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I don't mind it because I'm like, it's fly, it's hard. It's gonna, to me, it's gonna last in my heart. Mm-hmm. And that's all I care about. Like, I used to want to cater to the majority, but that can kill you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That can kill your art. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
yeah, because at the end of the day, you're just in the reason why I say is because that's exactly how I am too, right? Like the artists usually spot what's art form, right?
Right.
And the naked eye or the average Joe, which is fine, they usually can't understand. But if you want to attract the mass majority, which is the mainstream, and like your average Joe, you kind of question yourself, like, okay, like should I change it this way? Should I do this? Because I know that's what they like.
Exactly.
That's, 100%. For a matter of fact, that's what they like.
Exactly,
right?
Bro.
But that's not true to myself. So,
not true.
Like, that's not true to myself. So just as long as you're consistent. But off subject, have you heard of Make Music in Salem?
Nah.
No. It's coming up, right?
Just put me on.
John, can you check if Make Music is an event that they have downtown Salem?
Right. Oh, fine.
So everybody has like if you want to look for it, John, Make Music Festival. Everybody here in downtown Salem, they have a little spot. Whether you're in the corner, in the alley,
right?
There's everybody. Whether you're a rapper, hip hop, country, rock, pianist, your friend, your buddy, beatboxer, or is this beatboxer?
Fire.
Mm-hmm. So there's different sections.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And all day from like a certain time to like, let's say from 10 to 5, there's music all over downtown. It doesn't matter the genre you do, and everybody's just downtown walking around. That's it.
Fire, bro. See, that's what I would love to do.
It's
just to do it.
I think that would be fun. Is that you, John?
Yeah, it's John.
Can you tell us? He's making you read. It's coming up.
But that's fire.
They already passed.
I don't know. I'm looking.
That's fire. I mean, my homie Stacks just bought this speaker, right? Big speaker, and it comes with a wireless mic. And we've been trying to just do pop-ups like that. Like, fuck it, bro. Let's rap like 6 songs and just dip out. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like,
it's a mental thing, and the reason I shared this is because when me and him started the podcast, like honestly, we've never been a social media people. We never posted anything about ourselves on social media. Never did any photos. Never did any public speaking. We're not like that, right? But eventually, if you want to get to a different level, you got to put yourself out there, or experience certain things and be uncomfortable. And sure. We've done events downtown. We've hosted a few small events, but every time it just gets getting better and better. And it's like, dude, people are going to judge you no matter if you're doing good or if you're doing bad.
John, did you find a date
that is what it's going to be,
It is what's going to be.
So it's like...
Of what? Oh, of this month. Oh,
what
shit. 21st of this month.
Oh, to sign up?
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll pull up and crash it.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, ask your boy Robotics. Ask him, hey, bro, like, are they pretty firm on the timeline? He knows he's gonna perform again.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's his buddy Robotics. He's a beatboxer.
I just saw him too on Saturday.
Oh, it's this Saturday?
I said I just saw him this last Saturday.
And all he does is mic, and that's all. He's just doing like.
He's a beatboxer.
He's a beatboxer. That's it. He doesn't. That's all he does. He doesn't sing.
Fire.
Legit.
So, but
me and him should perform like he beatboxes and I just rap.
Oh, bro.
Sure.
I'll send you his.
Yeah.
Call him out right now, Alan.
For what? It's not a challenge, bro. They're trying to work together.
So you could get a clip.
Put him on the spot.
Get a clip and post it, dude. Like,
oh, for real.
Yeah.
You tell him, son.
Dude,
you caught me off guard.
Dude.
I'm nervous now.
Yo, what's his name?
His name's Robotics.
Robotics. Holla at me, bro. Let's work. You know what I mean? L Podcast Salem.
Let's go,
What's up?
dude.
That's right.
See?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. He's pretty good, but damn, that sucks. Though. They do it every year, man. Every year, it honestly, dude, like. And then you just do your thing. You just do your thing, and that's it. Whether you have people or not, people are walking around, and they'll stop by and appreciate the talent.
Hell yeah,
hell yeah.
That's the whole point,
That's it.
You just gotta get someone's
That's all you do, man. So
I remember being at a show once, and some like classy ass white dude with his wife. Like, I didn't even expect this dude to like me, and he came and mid performance, he gives me this shot, bro, like a triple shot of like mezcal. And he's like, yo, me and the wife love you. I'm like, I'm not sure what the intentions are, but it's all love. It's all love, and I got a wife.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, they supported me, and they bought music, and You know, so it's like, who knows who's watching, bro, you know?
Hell yeah.
Exactly, who knows, dude, so. But yeah, that's awesome, dude.
That's so fire, bro.
21st.
So it's things like that. In Salem, that helps Salem.
That's Saturday, this Saturday.
In Woodburn, pa, there's nothing like that. You don't see nothing like that. Where you see fucking, we have trunk or treat downtown or El Grito de Mexico, but like the same person comes and performs and the same dances, and it's like, that's cool, but you know,
it's hard because it's a smaller town. But I think Salem just started, dude, like 5 years or 4 years ago,
good,
no?
bro.
Not too long ago.
That's tremendous.
So they've been trying to like every time,
and it's only gonna get better.
Every time. So it's like, okay.
You know, there's a lot of fucking fire cats out here, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of unknown talent.
There's a lot of unknown young homies that they go hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just different. Like, that's the thing is like, you know, as a consumer, like you listen to someone, you're like, that fool is just different. You know what I mean? And you just gotta take the second and be like, salute. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And that's how I am. Like, I used to be a real conservative hip hop fan, and like if you're not rapping fucking 16 bars, I don't care. And like, nah, man, that's not progressive. You know what I mean? You gotta understand you don't gotta like it, but you just gotta know what the fuck's going on, so that when you're around these people, you don't have to blend in, but you can respect each other and be like, hey man, I know what you do, you know what I do, whatever.
For sure. Dude, on a Saturday morning when you would get up and your mom would be like, ahora vamos a limpiar la casa, what was the song you guys would have on?
No me acuerdo, but it's all classics, all of them from the 90s, dude. It's 90s.
There's a couple.
I wouldn't be able to name them. Okay, this one.
Any Marco Antonio?
No, era Marco Antonio Solís, luego los de... There was like some Banda Maguey.
Okay, Banda Maguey. Jaguar, maybe?
Jaguar también. Luego, dude, all those like 90s, like
El
Niño Sabe.
Yeah.
All that, dude, all the classic stuff. Not too much. My mom, not too much. It was more like mis primas.
What about Bronco?
Bronco.
Zapatos de tacón. Like, that's my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
what about you,
man? Fucking Bronco, Los Ángeles Azules, Los Ángeles de Charlie. Just, I can go on, but definitely, like, there was always this Marco Antonio song playing, like, ¿A dónde vamos a parar? You know that one song? Like, it was always that song. I knew, I was like, oh, it's over.
Fuck, it's Saturday.
But, you know, when my mom, like my mom would play this one song from, it's this duo, these girls, Los Horóscopos, you remember them? It was one of those songs. Obsession or some shit. That shit would drive me nuts. It's a classic, but yeah, like if you're asking me like what my mom played, yeah, definitely like that, and like, you know, Los Acosta, and just so much cumbias, bro. You know, cumbias and slow songs, bro. You know, my mom played Keith Sweat after like 2 cumbia joints. That was weird, but it is what it is. I love the song Twisted. It's just, you know, it's like fucking too much flavor. But my dad, he would play Joan Sebastian.
Joan Sebastian,
you know, Los Invasores, Tigrillo Palma, you know, like Los Terrícolas.
Yeah. Okay, so he's okay.
You know, like
getting down.
There was a lot of flavor. And then I was one of those fools, bro, like when they'd clean, like I'd listen to the playlist. I'd get in trouble for not cleaning because I'm in the back. Like,
damn.
That song's hard, you know.
Hell yeah.
I get in trouble, but you know, definitely those come up to mind, bro.
Y luego puro era fabuloso.
Come on, bro. Puro fabuloso and terrible amounts. Like, you're supposed to water it down. Like, why is there more fabuloso than water? It's supposed to be the other way. We couldn't breathe. I was like, she cooking chiles? Nah, fool, that's just fabuloso with bleach. And you're like, fool, that's you know what I mean?
Yup.
Shit.
I had thin lungs at like from 6 to 9.
Shit.
¿Qué te iba a preguntar? I think we're a little bit over past the hour. Do you have more questions?
No, I'm good, bro.
No, we could keep talking a little bit more. That's fine. I was just kind of giving him a timeline because a veces se le olvida.
Yeah,
se aloca.
That was really fast.
Pero se aloca y luego lo empieza ahí que balazos, que una cerveza in.
No, I like that. I was honestly, I'm all for that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
My mission was, I'm like, I'm trying to have the longest pod with these cats, bro, because I genuinely, like, I'd be at work just listening to y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because we could go on, and next thing you know, dude, it's deep, and it's like, rabbit hole here, acá, todo, and it's like, yeah, dude.
Dude, what was your favorite meal that your mom would make growing up?
Probably costillas en salsa roja.
En salsa roja.
Un arroz, arrocito blanco así, just guisadito con ajo, con zanahoria y chícharo, you know.
That's what makes you feel at home.
It makes you feel at home, güey. Huevos estrellados con tortilla.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Queso cotija. Come on, pa. You know, definitely those stood out. But my mom made hella tinga, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Tostadas de tinga?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I hate that shit.
Really?
Man.
I love tinga, bro.
You know that one thing? Sorry, rabbit hole again. They like, oh, I'm Mexican, but I don't like.
Like that's yours. Tinga.
Nah, tinga, but low-key, agua de Jamaica.
I don't like agua de Jamaica either.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I don't like it.
I don't like
Doesn't this taste like Jamaica? No.
This should taste
Kinda,
like...
no,
this is good. This is good. No, it does not taste like Jamaica.
This should taste
tremendous. All right, so I guess you kind of want to wrap it up because I got some questions. I got some like this or this.
Okay.
I got this or this. We're kind of already talking about it. So, tacos al pastor or carne asada tacos?
Damn, this is a good question. You're gonna be judged for sure.
Cut the pod. Nah, honestly, bro.
Canceled.
I'm gonna just straight up say al pastor, bro.
There we go. Okay.
Al pastor. There we go. Straight up. Because asada's always gonna be there.
All right. Tamales or enchiladas?
Fuck. Enchiladas, bro. Enchiladas, bro. Enchiladas michoacanas, bro. Like straight up, bro.
Let's see.
Don't get that Michoacan one. Cause like I like it, but my grandma's gotta make it. We're live. It is what it is. If that's the case, then I'm only talking about my grandma's style. My tia's sucks. Anyways.
What about your other grandma?
Questionable. Shouts to my.
You're supposed to leave it empty, so now they both.
Nah. Shouts to my abuela Carmela. Like, you know, this is gonna stir the pot. Yeah. Like, let's keep it going.
All right. Next one. This or that. Pozole o menudo?
Menudo. Con pata.
Chilaquiles verdes, chilaquiles rojos.
Rojos all day.
Sopes o gorditas?
Sopes, bro.
Mole poblano o birria?
Birria de res. Not the chivo, because that shit makes me dizzy.
Elote on a stick o esquite?
Should I take a shot? Honestly, bro. On a steak, wait.
On a steak?
Hell yeah.
Pan dulce o churros?
Pan dulce.
Tostada de ceviche o achiles?
Cevichito de pescado, ya sabes.
And I think I already know this one. Agua de horchata o Jamaica?
Horchata. Tamarindo? Nah, I'm kidding. But...
Tamarindo.
Come on, you know what I mean? Hey, by the way, like my dream one day, like I'm gonna be in like a grupo. Like that's just, I'm gonna throw y'all off right now. Like I'm trying to be like, I'm gonna be like a solista one day. Yeah? One day, you'll probably see me at Casa in Woodward.
And then, where's your music at? Is Apple Music, Spotify?
Yeah, man, you can find me everywhere, even fucking that piff. You can find me everywhere. Leon, Dobleon. You can find me on Instagram, _Dobleon, everywhere basically, except like, I don't know, like Tinder and shit. But like, you can find me everywhere. But like, yeah, like. I'm hella blinking. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, you can find me everywhere. I got music. Yeah, shout outs to Grindr. You probably can't find me there, but you can find a couple of my relatives. It's a long story. Tremendous. Anyways, but yeah, bro, we do what we gotta do. But yeah, catch me everywhere. I'm on YouTube. Support the YouTube. Support the Instagram. Again, Dobleon, Dobleon. You might see me as El Rey Leon. You might see me as Mr. Mexican Pilsner, but that's just on X or Twitter. It's gonna be a bad day because I called it X.
Jeez.
But yeah, man, shouts to El Podcast. You know what I mean? We just dropped a song. It's called La Ley. You know, with all the stuff going on right now, we gotta show what we gotta do. You know, we might not do it the best way, but we gotta do it the way we do it. You know what I mean? And once again, shouts to these guys, man, legends. You know what I mean? And keep supporting. That's what you gotta do.
Oh yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and until the next time.
It's over.
Hey.